They did, in fact, the other day give us something else to work with. But the way things are lining up, it's getting very, very interesting. In 2K19, will they do new sequences? Will they change it up in the format and the formula? Will it be a carbon copy of what we had in 2K19? Will it be different based on the weight class that you all of it? Cutscenes, little moments in between, you know? There's a lot that they can work with here, but you know what? I'm all for it. I'm in favor. I'm all positive about it. Now, the other new piece that they did bring out and tease is, again, the form of the online stuff. And it sounds like they're teasing NXT Underground as being added in as, I'm going to guess, a new match type. I have some theories on this, though. Now, if you recall, fun fact, the Underground was originally brought in not by NXT. That's where it's been popularized now. You got no ropes. You just got the mat. You got superstars. You got people ringside shouting nonsense words. And then you got the two people in the ring. And you can only win by, like, referee stoppage. But the origins of Underground lie in that of Shane McMahon. He invented Raw Underground, if you recall, and it was a magical thing. You had lady dancers in the crowd. There's a lot of jiving and sweatiness going on, and they would have a ref in there, but it wasn't really the referee that mattered so much. It was Shane doing the stoppage when he felt like it. It was very wild, and it did not last very long. Shane McMahon was very sweaty in that whole sequence of things. Well, Moss made his debut in Raw Underground. That's the first time we saw Moss. Anyways, NXT Underground has been around for a little while now, and I am kind of surprised that they would, in fact, bring this in as a new match. I really hope that we would see other ones, too, but you know what? This is totally different. Here's a question mark I have, though, with this, and we'll know once we all play the video game, but how well will there be an invisible barrier around the edge? Because there's no ropes. And if we know anything about these games and the physics, sometimes the ropes are our worst enemy. Getting in and out of a ring is our worst enemy. Will we be able to go out of the ring? Or will it be like what we have in the menu, where you can actually say ring out, no exit, and we create an invisible barrier? To me, that would make the most sense to be able to have it so that you just stay in the ring, got the ref, and it's by knockout, essentially. It's referee stoppage. That's like when you beat the opponent down and then it's over. I kind of like the idea of it, because as I think about it, wouldn't it be cool, though, if you could do NXT Underground main event WrestleMania and you had the freedom with it? Like, as long as it's not locked in like War Games was in terms of arena or location, maybe they give you multiple locations and different vibes for all of them. Again, with sweaty Shane McMahon in the corner some of the time, you never know. Will they put just NPCs in the crowd, or will they put actual NXT superstars, WWE main roster superstars? Any interested how they would implement this, and it could be fun. And you know what? It's an extra addition to the game, and I'm all for it. The other question I have is, I have theories on this whole thing. By the way, guys, welcome to the Something Tonight. Howdy ho, it's 2K season, let's go. That rhyme didn't need it to, but here we are. So, if you guys enjoy the content here, do me a favor, hit subscribe. Trying to get to 200K by the time this video game comes out. Mean a lot to have your support. The other theory I have with all of this, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be involving the island. The island of relevancy, as we have come to know it. Will NXT Underground, or Underground as we are calling it and knowing it of with a little teaser, would it be a standalone match type? Or is this somehow going to be embedded in the island mode? Because we know nothing. We know absolutely nothing here. I know nothing, as always. But would it be something where it's like, okay, this is a match you can have on the island? The island they have teased twice, right? It seems to be the big thing, and I won't be surprised come Monday and come Tuesday. Those are choice words. But in the coming days, you see a trailer, and I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of focus is on the island. And maybe, just maybe, a lot of these teases that we are seeing right now are linked to that. I don't know. And I have some thoughts, though, on this. NXT Underground, again, could be a match type that is in the island that you play there, and you have access to, or it's on its own. Maybe you want to lock it. We don't know yet. But speaking of the island, and what all that is looking like, if it's anything like NBA 2K The City, here's the thing. I will address your reported concerns as you have laid them out in the comments in previous videos. I do have similar concerns to that of all of you. NBA 2K The City is like run around and you can spend real money in virtual currency to grind and update character and all of that. And it's monetization, like at its finest, if you want to say that. So I'm a little bit cautious when I come up to the stop sign and I slow down. I pump the brakes a little bit here on something like this because they just don't know. Is it going to be filled with pay to win? Is it going to be filled with virtual currency stuff where you are trying to unlock attire parts or, I don't know, attribute points, skill up your character, and you can either grind it out to a crazy amount where it doesn't feel worth it, or they're going to borderline force you to pay for stuff. I get scared about that thing because I've seen that in my faction, and the money is just wild over there.
Hello? Yeah. What happened? Is everything all right? Yeah, I probably come through with me. See what's going on. See how I feel tomorrow because I'll be on some tired shit. But I'll call you and let you know. This nigga said I'll see you when you get here. I'm all right, bro.
Just to be able to get, somebody with a haircut. And I don't want to spend $80 for the haircut, but maybe you don't have to. We don't. Coming back. A Bloodline showcase has been teased. You getting up there, just some stuff. The question mark, I guess I have too, is man, I'm looking forward to seeing if they're going to be bringing back Universe mode, My GM, what has been expanded or added on to those modes. Those are a big part of it. I know that in my last video, we are talking about this island thing, and a lot of people were saying, I need Universe mode. I'm with you. I hope it's in the game, and I hope they have done enough updates to it and expanded it to make it feel fresh, giving players something new. I kind of hope that all the modes obviously get enough love and attention, and that we're not just going to see a giant focus and push on one singular mode in the island, and that's all anybody cares about. That's the only thing ever, and then everything else is left to dust with very minute updates and changes, because that's going to be a bummer if that is the road they go down. But I'm feeling optimistic about it. There's still some question marks in terms of new match types, because right now, if we are confirming that Underground is a new match type, that's all we know of. We still are wondering if we were going to get other things. People have questions about whether we see like a buried alive match, scrap match, Iron Survivor. Oh yeah, and intergender matches are also pretty much confirmed. But to close out my thoughts on the chain wrestling, I'm here for it. I know a lot of people are going to love to see it back. It's part of wrestling. And you know what? The other thing, as I think about it too, it can help really just change the pace and the flow of your matches, match to match. So if you are just having a one-on-one match and I got Roman versus Cody, at least they're going to change the dynamic of it instead of ding, 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 and you just run at each other, or the computer just runs right at you and tries to hit a spear within 3 seconds. I really like the idea of being able to bring back chain wrestling to have it change the flow of a match and not just feel like we're just going for finishers and jumping right into the end, rolling out of the ring. Especially when you have guys that are more leaning towards submissions, you got your own creative superstars, and they want to be able to have more dynamic movesets where chain wrestling and mat wrestling is going to matter a lot more. And you know what? It can also help with making the matches feel a little bit longer, and hopefully the options menu You want to adjust things on sliders. I like all of that, being able to fully customize the sliders in there so we can change the range of things, how hard, difficult, easy it is to actually adapt and do things like the chain wrestling, the mat wrestling. But hey, there's lots of 2K25 info going on. Click this video right here if you want to talk more 25. Get that island stuff that we're deep diving a little bit. Have a great day. See ya.
This winter, raise a glass to quiet luxury with.
So this is how I became the most interesting person in the room. Here's one habit that makes you extremely.
Shut your bitch ass up.
So we killed a narrative that it was the Miami Heat culture that created this Jimmy Butler, Pat Riley thing, because it ain't got nothing to do with the way they work, how hard they work, what they demand out of their players. It has everything to do with how much money Jimmy Butler wants. And if that was the case, Jimmy wouldn't have been able to stay there and take them to the finals twice if it's Heat culture. So that narrative is being pushed, and no one wants to go to Miami because it's too hard. And man, I'm killing that, man.
No, which narrative are you
killing? That.
Which one? You can't kill both.
Yeah, I can kill all of them.
So you're killing the narrative. Players don't want to go there.
Yeah,
that's what. Okay,
yeah,
tell me what
that, because it started to bubble after this Jimmy Butler thing came. It wasn't. Nobody was talking about, I'm going to go to Miami. Nah, Jimmy Butler started ruffling feathers, and they think, oh, he don't want to be there because it's too tough. Nobody want to. Man, stop all that. Dame was going to Miami. It got intercepted.
Traded.
It got intercepted.
Okay, so
he wanted to go to Miami.
Mm-hmm. But the narrative, there's two narratives. The narrative of Jimmy Butler, whatever he's doing, that's one narrative.
Yep.
And that's what you're killing cool.
No, I'm not killing that. I'm killing this other narrative.
Kill the
Dame Lillard wanted to go to Miami.
You can't kill the narrative of free agents wanting to go sign there.
Yes,
because
I can.
The facts is there hasn't been any free agents that signed there. Since what, Lamont? No, they signed there, they got traded there.
But yeah, it was like
signing trade, no free agent.
So he strong armed his way out there.
So the only time a free agent has signed there.
History doesn't need us to be able to say,
yeah, history
we
does.
know that Chris Bosh and LeBron James went to Miami. They chose Miami
to team up to win the championship.
There's no reason to all that shit you're talking about.
Yeah, so your free agents that signed
Dame Lillard wanted to go to Miami.
Will be Ray Allen to win a championship. It'll be Mike Miller to win a championship. That was all coordinated.
Everybody wants to go to Miami, is what you're saying.
All coordinated. Which free agents have actually went there just to go there, not to team up to win a championship?
Damn.
So
now you're moving
now when Shaq
separating.
No, we've all said the same thing.
No, we ain't now said shit. We always said shit. You say what you say, and everybody else say what they say. You try to convince everybody to take your side and to believe what you
No,
say.
it just goes.
That's what you do all the time. You do it all the time.
So you
It's
go
not
on
a
your
fact.
feelings.
How is it a fact?
So
When the last guy I just said, Dame Lillard, wanted to go to Miami.
With Jimmy Butler and just went to the championship, Jimmy Butler and Bam, I can help us win a championship. We're talking about if Jimmy Butler leaves, what free agent will sign there as a free agent?
Anybody who is available and needs to go to the place.
Okay.
Anybody who needs a team to go to.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
You're talking like a superstar. This summer, who signed?
Who's up?
Okay.
Who was up this summer?
No, the last summer we
who's
won.
up?
Bradley Bill. Everybody. Who was up?
Bradley Bill, Clay, Dame. Who all went to the wrong places?
I don't want to ask that.
Who all went to the wrong
Who
place?
signed there?
Yeah, you went to the wrong place.
I don't care about what
Yeah. Dame Lillard was supposed to go to Miami.
to get traded there.
Yeah,
So who signed there?
DeMar, James Harden, Klay Thompson.
No.
None of them came to the Lakers either.
No, keep on. Nothing to do with the Lakers. So keep on.
LeBron said.
Keep on. What are we talking about? Keep on. We're
Buddy
talking
Hield,
about
Tyus Jones, Hartenstein.
Arkansas. Okay. Okay. How about last year?
We didn't want none of them.
How about last
We
year?
didn't want none of them guys.
How about last year?
So is it okay that we didn't want them?
How about last year?
Let me see. Let me pull the list up.
Pull up.
Kyrie, I think Van Vliet, Jeremy Grant, Middleton, Cam Johnson, Draymond. Miles Bridges.
Okay. How about the year before that? Come on, we can keep going. Come on. Keep going.
Well, you keep going.
We're free agents.
So what?
Signed there.
So what? So what?
You're trying to
You asked me who the last guy wanted to go to Miami. Dame Lillard wanted to go. He wasn't a free agent.
Okay.
If he was, guess where he would have wanted to go?
Let's try this again.
Okay. So he don't want to hear that.
Okay, let's start it again. The beginning of it is
I have to.
Free agents do not go to Miami unless there's a championship there.
Oh my God.
Like, so when Shaq got traded over Dwayne Wade, they lost the next year. Then free agents started coming there because that. Okay, so then LeBron,
You had to win a championship for free agents to get there and want to go there, right? Is that what he's saying?
I'm trying to.
Is that what he's saying?
I'm trying to present it.
They wanted to go to Miami because they won a championship.
I'm trying to present it so you can actually hear it. So then so when Shaq then went after they disbanded, nobody went there. No good free agent went there. Then LeBron, Dwayne Wade teamed up.
It was a 4-year gap.
Right? They teamed up, right? They teamed up. So Mike Miller, all of them were going there. They all said they were going there. Okay, they went there.
Why did they say they were going there?
Because they were teaming up to win a championship.
Oh.
Okay,
So they could have went anywhere.
they were going to New York.
They could have went anywhere.
Okay, so they were.
Why did they go to Miami?
Because they were going to New York. They would end up going to New York where he had a press conference. He was going to New York.
Dwayne Wade, please adjust this guy.
Let me try it again.
Because he act like he was
Okay,
there.
are you going to let me talk? They were going to New York where he did his press conference from Steve. Whose house was he at?
So he was at Greenwich, Connecticut at the Boys and Girls Club. That was the.
Where he did it. Okay.
Yeah.
So what happened is they signed who?
The Knicks signed Amari Stoudemire.
And they didn't have no players in Amari Stoudemire.
That's not what Dwayne Wade said.
Okay, so they
You're
decided.
making up shit.
So they decided to move.
You're making up shit.
So they decided.
What he does.
So they decided to move, and that's where they picked Miami, right? So they all went to Miami. Now, who came there? What free agents came there once they were in championship mode? Okay, now when LeBron left and it wasn't champions anymore, what free agents did he get this time? None. So Jimmy Butler and Bam and Hero took that team to the championship. So Dame, I want to get traded there. I think I can win a championship there. With them, you add me with that rest of that crew, I can win the championship. So yes, that is invaluable. But in that meantime, what free agents have signed there since?
What free agents are signed to the San Antonio Spurs?
This has nothing to do with
What about the Detroit Pistons?
But you
What
said,
about all the other teams who you can say the same thing for?
what we're saying, you said you're getting rid of this narrative for a reason, so I'm giving you the layup.
trying
So
to
you
go
don't need to
against
bring,
me.
you don't need to
Trying to go against.
No, you don't need to bring in any other team. We're talking about this.
Yes, I do. I need to compare it.
What are you comparing?
I'm comparing
The narrative is
I'm comparing the cultures and I'm comparing the free agents that went there when they won championships. Like you say, oh, the championships draws you here. Miller only went there because they were winning. So ain't they with San Antonio? Whoever went to Dallas. Oh, you went to Dallas because what? But they had a championship team. Jason Kidd, Tyson Chandler, Vince Carter, Sean Marion. All these guys went to Dallas. But it has nothing to do with the fact that the Heat culture was bringing in free agents. He don't want to say they validated because, they were chasing something. They were chasing. What team is not chasing a fucking championship?
What player?
What team?
I'm talking about player.
Now you're talking about play.
I've been talking about player. That's what this whole argument is
No,
about.
it's about culture. Nigga. It's not about the team. It's not about players. It's about Heat culture. We've been talking about Heat and teams the whole time. Now you want to switch it.
I've been saying every time. A free
Nah, he got your ass, girl. Go hold
You know these people move.
Is a player. Which free agents outside of the window of the championship wanted to go to Miami?
Team. Miami's the team. Team.
Which free agents?
Team.
You have no idea.
You just named them.
They go in there because they're chasing the championship. All teamed up to go win a championship.
So it don't count. So does that not count?
Those are the two instances.
Does that not count?
I put that in the argument.
Does it not count?
Outside of those two,
Why are you not playing those two? Include
which
those two.
players have went there to go play?
That feeling when Capital One helps you easily manage your money.
Hello, welcome back to Sports Bet Lakers, brought to you by Arrowhead Mountain Spring Water. Chris McKee, big game change, Woody, Mike Bresnahan. We got Mike Trudell up in the Bay Area. The Lakers pick up
their third straight double-digit win. They've now won 5 of 6, and they're 7 games over 500 for the first time all season. They dominated the Warriors in the second half. Huge AD game, great balanced attack. Vando returns, and like we saw in the Boston game, fellas, defense wins the day. Steph scoreless in the second half.
Yeah. I thought the Lakers, mentality going into this game was that they knew they had to win another game. After, playing well against Boston, winning that game, they're moving in the right direction, getting some players back, stability with the defense particularly. And I thought AD's dominance, we said before the game that there's nobody on the Golden State team to be matched up against him. He proved us to be right. But along with the rest of the players, they all had pluses and the plus-minus departments, which means that they were really playing well. 29 assists. I think he shot 54% from the field, a lot of free throws. So overall, good game for the Lakers from start to finish, and they seem to be connected and understand the importance of the game. Steph, I think the tape on his thumb had something to do with his shooting tonight, but still he did a good job of making sure that he, didn't feel better. So I thought it was a great game overall, good win on the road. Keep it going.
I'll tell you what, James, coming into tonight, the Lakers were 22nd in defensive rating. There is no way they remain a bottom 10 team in defense if they keep on. Gabe Vincent, however, they rolled out all 5 of those guys for a little bit in the second quarter. Gabe picked up a few fouls.
We called him during the week, didn't we?
I'm like, that's a really good defensive team. And sure, James, like you said, Steph, okay, 0 for 8 second half. You had to retake the thumb, whatever was going on there. Max 50.
Yeah, again.
He gave Steph fits.
A lot of it had to do with the defensive presence. You're right.
Yeah. So, I mean, these are nice wins that the Lakers are stacking up back-to-back. The Washington win, whatever. And by the way, look at the next 3 games. You got Charlotte, you got Philly, and you've got Washington. Those teams coming into today were a combined 61 games below 500. I'm sensing like the turning of the corner for this team right now.
Yeah, this is the longest road trip of the year, right, Brett? 6 games, so they're now 1-0 on this road trip. Let's go back to the Bay. Austin Reeves with Mike Trudell.
Okay, Austin, a pretty comprehensive victory for you here in Golden State. A strong second half. What did you see as being the key difference tonight?
They were continuing to play the game the right way. That's the biggest factor for us when we do that. But I feel like we're just up to the big. Yeah, sticking to the game plan, playing the game the right way, trusting one another, making shots, making shots, continuing to do the right thing.
I feel like you now have an alley-oop to LeBron in about 8 straight games. It's probably not quite that much, but it does seem to be something you look for.
Yeah, I mean, I've said it a million times. I've seen some trouble. LeBron, for really me, for going to lob LeBron because he's 40, and it was a situation where he got bumped off his man, couldn't jump, look crazy. I will say that, but anytime he's got an opportunity to go get it, I have full trust in him to do that. We're walking out of the top out. Wasn't something I was thinking about. He came over to me and goes, look for the lob at first. If not, I'll spin it back and get it. The lob is open.
Okay, so that wasn't necessarily drawn up in terms of an ATO. You just kind of talked to LeBron. Once you saw he had Wiggins going the other way?
Yeah, no, it wasn't an ATO. It was actually not the play. And everybody talks about his IQ, and he came to me and told me to look for it, and it was open. So I don't take any credit for it. It was all him, and he still jump for a lot.
Give you a little credit, though. The pass was nice. All right, I want to move on to Jared Vanderbilt. They haven't played in about a calendar year. That game at Boston where you guys went, he played really well. He played really well. And he almost looked like he hadn't missed any time, and he was pretty effective, didn't you think?
Yeah, absolutely. We missed that game out there. He's somebody that plays the game right away, plays hard every single possession, and he's going to give us second chance opportunities. We're going to get more steals with him out there because he's so active. Hell of a defender, so not having him hasn't been fun, but getting it back, he went really, really good.
All right, so you started the trip off the right way. Go get some ice on it, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, great interview right there, Mike Trudell and Austin Reeves. We'll start with AD, guys. I think you guys talked about it a lot in the pregame show. You're going to have a lot of three-point attempts from this Golden State Warriors team. No Kuminga, no Draymond Green. That's how they were going to try to beat the Lakers, but there was no answer for Anthony Davis. And when he gets to the free throw line like he did 12 times and hits 10 of them, there was no answer for him. He ended up with 36 points, 13 rebounds, 4 stocks. And it was so great when you get into that fourth quarter, big game, milking that pick and roll with LeBron and AD.
Yeah. When you got bread and butter like that, it's a beautiful thing to have down the stretch. AD's a guy, he's clutch. Together, they're unpredictable on how to defend that. So, he recognized, what was available for him tonight, and he didn't shy away from it from the beginning. Dominating in the paint, dominating, defensively, rebounding. He just took advantage of what Golden State didn't have, and that was a defender that could stop him tonight.
Yeah, so 36 points in 36 minutes, James. He's not doing a great job of saying he's not as good at center as he is at power forward. I mean, that was the big discussion over the last few days. AD saying pretty publicly, look, I prefer to play the 4. I want to play the 4. He looked pretty good at the 5 tonight. I tell you, yes, the stats, the analytics say I'm better at the 4. I've seen some pretty good analytics that he's pretty good at the 5 too. Bottom line, Trace Jackson Davis, second-year player out of IU, post, basically a G League guy for the Warriors. And they had no chance against AD tonight. And the Lakers, good for them for attacking the weakness, attack the mismatch. Mm-hmm. And wow, there were a couple times where it was AD and LeBron going up against Post and Santos in the 2-man game. I think I know who won that one. I know who's going to win that one.
Big game. I love the balance in this game, just from the production standpoint, even the bench, just everybody chipping in. Gabe Gibbons 7. We'll talk Vando in a minute because I want to give him his love. Dorian Finney-Smith didn't start getting 8 points. Right, the other 5 guys, including Dalton Connect, all in double figures, but the ball was moving 54%, 29 assists. 19 of those are coming from Austin Reeves.
Did winning the lottery really change your life? Suddenly I found myself with $31 million.
And LeBron James, those guys were outstanding tonight of taking care of the basketball, making the right reads, great vision, and also scoring.
Yeah.
25 and 16, respectively.
I mean, look, anytime you can get plus 20 points off your bench, too, that's pretty good for the Lakers. But LeBron with the ball in his hands, 12 assists, only 3 turnovers for him. Anytime you handle the ball that much and only get 3 turnovers, that's pretty good. But he really did a great job of facilitating his teammates tonight, finding people. But I like, Dalton, 13 off the bench. Gabe Benson coming on, doing what he does, 2 assists. I just think overall this team now is becoming more unpredictable, and that is going to be key, especially when they go up against, the elite team. You're going to need a 3-pointer from Finney-Smith every now and then. You're going to need one from Gabe. You're going to need some other guys to hit some big shots, along with the dominant play that LeBron and AD will be, demonstrating for us. But I'm loving to see the confidence of Max and guys like that being assertive on the offensive end when we need buckets.
You know what I liked about LeBron and AD tonight? They have fun. Earlier in the season, the Lakers are looking good, and they seem to be laughing a lot, joking around on the court. I feel like we saw a return to that tonight. And maybe it's because of the Dorian Finney-Smith trade. Maybe it's because Jared Vanderbilt is back after almost 360 days of being on the shelf.
I don't know why they like this nigga so much.
A renewed Laker
especially
effort.
LeBron
I've
AD.
covered so many of these Grammy trips. Championship teams, non-championship teams. It can be tough. You want to start out with a W in that first one. Yeah. And not only was it a W, it was a resounding W. Like, I felt like they were up pretty much the entire second half. The Golden State, good team, made a couple little runs there, but Lakers, I was really impressed by what they did in that opener of the 6-game trip.
If you don't follow the Lakers like we do, or Laker fans, and you kind of look at the box score, you might see Vando with 2 points, maybe a +6. You might gloss over it and not think much. But for us who cover this team religiously, and for our jobs, to not have him for an entire year, and not sure when he's coming back, and constantly talking about it, and then feeling weird about saying, "Well,
you got what it plays."
You can't really put a price on his value, right? Because the things he does in a basketball game, James, you're a championship player. You just have to have those guys on every single team. 12 minutes.
Lakers go with a championship.
4 rebounds.
Lakers versus Boston, bro. Game 7.
It was more. It was just hands to hustle. Even when he hustled all the way back and tried to take a charge, and it was called a block, it was still a great play.
Got to save through back end. Yeah. You know, you can't measure what a guy like Vanderbilt does. It's like, you know, it's like having a nice Mercedes Benz, but you don't have a good battery in there. He's a battery. He's a really good battery. You know, I don't really think, you know, you really understand what an extra possession is. If he runs down a loose ball, a 50-50 ball, and give you an extra possession when you really need it, it really is a lift for the team, or a charge, or just a deflection. You know, just little things like that. And, you know, he can score on occasion, too. You know, he's one of those, like a scavenger in a fish tank. He gets everything around that nobody else really wants to eat. And, you know, he just does it night in after night. You don't see it in the box score as much, but defensively, man, he's a hound. Yeah. And, you know, opponents don't get their scores easily against him. And that makes a big difference when he's on the floor. As a teammate, when you know you got somebody back that has your back like that, man, it makes a big difference.
Really well said. And Brez, I feel like we see other teams with these type of players, and we're always like, just got to get Vando back because it's going to make us a little bit different. He's the one guy that can do these things. It's why you and I lost confidence last year at the end of the year in terms of them making that deep run they did the year before, because we just didn't have that player that can play like that.
I can't believe he set out pretty much an entire year, and he looked the way he did. I thought he played about 8 minutes, so he even beat my expectations in that category. And you know what Jared Vanderbilt
This
is
shit
not?
slow as fuck.
He's not a good fantasy basketball player.
He's not 40 minutes, 25 points.
And you know how towards the end of the show we always have, hey, here are the 4 guys who played really well tonight, scored 30 points. And then we have the impactors, big games impactors. Jared Vanderbilt is not in that first group. He's not with Anthony Edwards. You know, he's not with Kevin Durant or whatever. He's an impactor. That's not, absolutely put that on display. Really impressed by his first game since February 1st of last year.
Yeah, he's the glue.
I've got this dream, and you're all in it.
Bitch, I don't give a fuck.
With Wells Fargo Premier, a team.
AJ Redick has to say, speak with Mike in the media.
JJ, first of all, zooming out a little bit, and the way you played defense in the Boston game, and then kind of the second half tonight, are you starting to see some things building and being a little bit more connected in how you're playing as overall?
Yeah, I thought our defense in the first half was actually really good. Where they hurt us in the first half, particularly the first quarter, was our turnovers and the offensive glass. Six turnovers in the first, or 5 turnovers. 5 turnovers in the first quarter. 6 offensive rebounds, 4 the rest of the way, 7 turnovers the rest of the way. We did a better job of that. Gave them a lot of transition opportunities. They had 17 transition opportunities in the first half. I thought we did a better job of just setting our defense. Our physicality, communication was great all night.
With Jared Vanderbilt, we know that he hasn't played in almost a calendar year. How did you think he was able to still impact the team? You know, +8 steals, assists. Like, what does that give you?
Vando was awesome. Did all the things that we need him to do, and I have a strong sense that he's been sandbagging over the last 3 weeks, just in terms of his intensity level with playing against coaching associates, because we have not seen that in the gym, and it looked like the Vando that we know. He was great, and I thought that run that he had in the second half, just his activity, got a couple offensive rebounds. Ended up with 2, had to tip in the first half, got another one in the second half. Just fantastic stuff from him.
Not often you're going to see Steph Curry go 0 of 8.5 and 0 of 4 from distance. What were you guys able to do defensively against him after
Round 1 in the Western Conference begins. The Golden State Warriors.
The playoff battle in the West starts off with Johnson on the bench. Here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. We've got Allen. Nowitzki is out there with Durant. Then it's Pau Gasol. And it's Curry in at the point guard position. And for the Warriors.
I'm blanking on the second one in the first half, but not just staying in front, having to stick hand up, not allowing separation.
We've got Mutombo. Tracy McGrady is out there at West, and there's Hastings. And it's Wembanyama in at the first. Allen for three. Take a look at the Warriors. And you know, Greg, they've worked so hard to establish home court advantage, and they may need it, having drawn a brutal opponent here in round one.
Not much of a reward for the season that they just had. You know, many prognosticators think this series could go either way. That makes it crucially important for them to take this first game.
But they're just so happy to be here, right? All the season, all the practices and games, just to be here is such a reward.
A lot of excitement, but also a certain level of anxiety.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws here for the night.
And so much to like about the floor.
A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, I caught up with Coach Steve Kerr, who talked about the daunting task of facing Steph Curry. Coach said, Curry makes your entire five guard him. Steph might be the best conditioned player in the league. He is constantly moving. It makes him so difficult to track. So, of course, it's not just Curry shooting that presents problems. Guys?
Thank you, David. Allen outside. This one for three. Tumbo grabs the ball. The Warriors are gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. And there it is for him. Hastings got his second bucket tonight.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Curry against West. Now here's Durant. Guarded closer. Good work there as it goes.
Yeah, it's been years and years of coaches trying to figure out how you stop Kevin Durant. Just so long, so agile, and too good.
The Warriors shooting their first free throws of the game. And he knocks down the first one.
And you look at all the things this man brings to the game. The focus, the resolve, a winner's mindset. I mean, there's a reason why they call him the logo.
Shaking his head moment there. Had a chance to put them out in front, but at least they're tied up.
McGrady. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Allen's shot is off.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss. That kind of energy not wasted.
McGrady passes to West. Here's Hastings. And he
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. Curry kicks to Allen. And he's good on the 3-ball.
And this is Allen's game. One of the quickest releases we've ever seen. Amazing shooting off that pass.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Some changes here for the Warriors. Anthony comes in for Wembanyama. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for West. And then for Los Angeles, Edwards comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's White in for Allen. White against Westbrook. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Tried to show off just a little bit there, but ultimately didn't work out. You know, he's going to get a few stares from his coaching staff and probably his teammates in the next huddle.
Here's Gasol, and it's sent back by Mutombo.
And the ferocity on display defensively here from Mutombo. Just an incredible shot block.
Here's Hastings, out to Anthony. Fires for three. McGrady, right side. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Like the size McGrady has inside. Fantastic at kind of angling his body there for the interior shot.
Nowitzki for three. And again, Los Angeles with the triple. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
Here's Mutombo. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And Mutombo, a defensive force, a long, intelligent player who plays well on both ends of the floor.
Right the pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Edwards with it. McGrady covering. And Kareem throws it down.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
The Warriors have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Out to Anthony. Beyond the arc. Here's Mutombo, and it's Dikembe with the jam.
I mean, the one guy you have to box out. Dikembe is so active on the glass.
Now here's White. With 4 seconds on the clock, and White slams it in.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Clippers lead by 1. Live from Chase Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And we're ready to get back into the action here in Game 1. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Clippers?
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's who Teron Lewis going with. Abdul-Jabbar is out there with Durant. Then there's Edwards. Then it's White. And it's Hagan in at the 3 spot.
And not much you can do defensively once Kareem gets the ball in that close. Too much height, too much talent.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
Hagan can hit.
But a D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Westbrook scanning the floor. And it's White with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 3. Edwards dishes to White. From downtown, his second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And some changes here for the Warriors. Wembanyama, he's checked in for Karl-Anthony Towns. And Tracy McGrady subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for the Clippers. Allen comes in for Edwards. And then Durant with the jam.
That's a big-time finish. KD dunking all over the defense.
Warriors trail by 8. Now West. Outside Anthony. West kicks to McGrady. Shot clock at 6. George against Durant. George, no good.
Man, I thought he was making that in so close. That's some aggressive defense.
And denied. He sends it right off the glass. West passes to McGrady. That one wide left.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Warriors have gone an abysmal 0 of 6 from the field since the second quarter began. Trying to end the drought. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Doing it with style. McGrady punishing the D for giving him that kind of airspace.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. And Allen launches it from deep. Misses for the 5th time this game. Marking at 1 for 6. George dishes to McGrady. Here's Wembanyama for 3. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
Sometimes you watch Wembanyama and think this guy is a cheat code. Hitting threes at well over 7 feet tall.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Hastings, he's checked in for the Warriors. Westbrook comes in for West and then for Los Angeles. Edwards has come in for Durant, and it's Stephen Curry in for White. 1:52 left in the first half. Allen in the post. McGrady covering. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. And here is McGrady. It's good. And it's now only a 1-point Los Angeles lead. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Allen outside. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 3 assists in the game. It's George on the wing. Edwards defending. Wembanyama outside. Pass to Hastings. Another 3 for Golden State.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now it's a shootout.
Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
LA's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Curry's shot is off. The Warriors have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. A shot's good from Westbrook.
This is Westbrook just being an ultra competitor. He gets in there and the defense has nothing to do.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Curry's shot is off.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
The Warriors have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight. And he makes the first.
And when Westbrook comes into a game, he really provides a jolt of energy. He's really embraced that role, and it's infectious for the rest of the team.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Yeah, every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
And the rejection by Wembanyama. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That is his first foul. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Warriors ahead. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
I'm not seeing their activity on D. Right now, the game is close, but it could turn on them unless they up the effort.
I agree. If they let this slip away, it's because their defense let them down.
Looking at the series breakdown for the Warriors. Guys, how important is the first game of a series?
Very important, Ernie. You learn a lot about yourselves and your opponent. Teams will attack and try to exploit your weaknesses.
And after.
Thank you for being with us.
And we're with you again as our round one coverage continues. It's been a clinic out there by the franchise.
That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
Yeah, the defense has got to be a little bit embarrassed. There is no reason why he should just be on top of that rim.
So with Thompson sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. West is out there with Tracy McGrady, and it's Mutombo. Then it's Victor Wembanyama, and it's Hastings in at the 3 slot. Clippers trail by 6. Here's Curry. Dikembe Mutombo pulls it in. Mutombo's got 6 rebounds in the game. Curry against West. With the floater, rejected by Nowitzki. Allen for the 3. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dirk Nowitzki. Allen's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Wembanyama passes to West. Shoots over Curry. McGrady up top, defended by Allen. Driving the lane, they get it back. And the shot goes down. McGrady's got 8.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
And the foul called on Victor Wembanyama. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Curry. Still without a basket. And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Look at the franchise.